All right, class. So thank you so much for showing me your accordion book that has your sustained investigation drawings based on a central idea. So what we're going to do next is go and jump on the Pear Deck, and I'm going to go into lesson for PA step 5 and 6, which is based on material exploration and really starting to kind of learn about what's inside of your art kit and getting ready to start experimenting with that material so that we can move into sculpting. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen and we'll take it from there. All right, thank you so much for having your cameras on for me. And so far I see that I have, let's see, how many students do I have in class? 17 participants, and I've got 13 people on the Pear Deck. Let's bring that up to 100% participation. Just going to give you guys a few more seconds to jump on the Pear Deck. That is posted in your assignment for today in Google Classroom. Okay, Vitali, you said you're not feeling well. Oliver, Tavia, I need you guys to jump back on the Pear Deck. All right, thank you. Okay, so here is our lesson for Sculpture 2 and 3 PA, and this is PA step 5 and 6. So at this point, you guys should have already designed your 4 ideas for sculptures based on your central idea. And what we're going to discuss today is how to go about starting to bring those to life, starting to sculpt those, experimenting with different materials. So if you would, go ahead and take your sticker and drag it over to the sculpture that you find the most intriguing on the slide. I have a lot of hearts on the one on the right. Can you guys guess what that's made of? What do you think that one is made out of? So the one on the right, on this side, what do you think it's made out of? It's not wire. Yes, it's toothpicks. Good guess. So we have 3 different examples of sculptures that you can actually make using the materials that we gave you in your art kit. We've got sculpture made out of wire. The middle sculpture is made out of masking tape, and it's actually a necklace. And then the third one on the right is made out of toothpicks. What do you think was used to put those together? I just want you to think about it for a minute. How would you go about putting something like this together and assembling it? What kind of tools would you need? That's also something we're going to talk about today. All right, so just reviewing our essential question for this PA and something that we want to be thinking about while we're working on this project is the essential question: how does the art in your sustained investigation demonstrate the exploration of a central idea? So how do those 4 ideas that you came up with from, starting from the brainstorm, and then moving on to the mind maps, and then choosing that one idea that you want to stick with, and making 4 drawings based on that one idea, how do those drawings express that one idea that you decided upon? Let me go see what you guys are saying. So Pa's central idea is fashion, and she's drawing the change in women's fashion throughout history. That's a great idea. Angelica says the art in her sustained investigation demonstrates the exploration of a central idea by allowing her to take a step in finding different types of instruments. So her idea is based on music, and she's going to distort them, taking it a step further by using recycled and found objects. And I like what Litzy says. Litzy says, coming up with different ideas that we didn't think about a week or so, and giving us a chance to add new things every day. That is a really good point. So sustaining an investigation means that you have time to think about that one idea and progress and make it better every day. Also go back and add new ideas. I love that, Litzy. All right, so the other day, Monday, we watched a video, and this video was about artists who use recycled items to create sculptures. So I'm going to break you guys out in a room for a minute. I want you to discuss quickly, what do you think their central idea is, and how does their use of materials differ, and how is it the same? All right, I'm just going to break you guys out for 1 minute to quickly discuss that video. Hey Diana. Hey Chris. Did you guys get a breakout room invitation? Hey, welcome back. So I really liked what I was hearing in these breakout rooms. Pause group was saying that one of the artists was recycling materials using found objects, and then Tavion was saying that Nick Cave, artist number 2, was creating sculptures that you can wear that represent ideas about race, or like not being able to see a certain race. So just really taking a look at how artists also use art to express a central idea, right? There's always an idea behind what they're doing. And then it's also interesting to discuss, well, like, how are they using those materials, right? So you guys said something that they have in common is that they're all using recycled items and reusing and repurposing material. It's a good job. All right, so moving forward, what are we learning? What's our learning goal moving forward? So your goal, and I want you guys to say this to yourselves, read it and internalize it. I am learning to sustain an investigation that explores a central idea through sculpture. Okay, I want you to read that to yourself. And then just a minute, we're going to break out and discuss what this means. So I want you guys to talk about your learning goal, and I also want you to talk about the success criteria and what the steps are towards working towards creating a very successful project, art project, okay? So the success criteria is, number 1, you can decide to investigate one central idea based on a personal preference, which all of you have already done. You've decided, right? Even just making that choice is the first step towards creating a successful art project. Second step, you can sustain an investigation in multiple sketches surrounding one central idea, right? A really good example is, I think I had a student make, she chose the ocean as her central idea, and her 4 drawings are all endangered ocean species. So step 3, you can create sculpture using mixed media to explore the elements of sculpture, including line, shape, and form. It's kind of where we are currently. And then step 4, you can experiment with a variety of media to practice 3D art making skills, including wire, masking tape, craft paper, toothpicks, and a wide array of found or recycled objects. Okay, so I want you to think about this in groups. I'm going to send you guys out to a breakout room. In your own words, what are the steps to creating a successful PA art project? All right, and you have 1 minute to discuss. Hey. So what do you guys think about the success criteria and what we're gonna do to get towards that? Like, what do you think?
Well, I didn't like write much in mind because I just shortened out saying step 1, decide your central idea, decide the theme of what you're gonna draw. And number 2 was just draw your multiple ideas, your multiple sketches. Just like like for example, we use the web. What do you call it? And yeah, the web and
the mind map,
and the mini sketch. Yeah, the mind map. And the sketches, like the small sketches, like we just put multiple ideas in
it. Right.
And then for number 3, I create sculpture and mixed media. Yep. So, and lastly, in number 4, I just say practice using any type of material. Like, it doesn't matter which material, as long as it creates something.
Yeah. And what do you think, Angelica, about the learning goal?
Well, yeah, I basically agree. I basically said similar thing. I said you basically have to investigate and research and experiment so that you can begin planning around your sustained idea. That way you can go be able to build off of that. And I already for instrument.
Yeah, did you just said you already have some of the materials that you need to start creating?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Well, for me,
go ahead, Pa.
Okay, bye. Okay, so my material was
All right. So welcome back. I really liked the conversations that I was hearing. And I think it's just really important for you guys to make sure that you're reading the learning goal and saying that to yourself, because I feel like it's also a positive affirmation. The way that the learning goal is scripted, like I am learning, and then the success criteria is I can. So just make sure that you read that to yourself, because it's a way of you saying it and really internalizing it in your brain so that you make those things happen, right? And I'm really excited to see what you guys create in the near future.